Hey guys, it's Artifact, and I'm sorry for the lack of Ashes content, just because it's dry. That's the way Ashes is after a dev update, it's really hot, so it's easy to pump out content. And then as the month goes by, it starts to cool off, so it's harder to pump out quality content instead of just pulling crap out of thin air. And I do have great ideas. I just want to use the great ideas after the dev update while it's hot. I've also already thrown off the algorithm, so YouTube's already mad at me, but screw it. And I just want to talk about cats. Specifically, the game called Stray that came out yesterday. It's a great game. I loved it. I had some problems with it, and I can't talk about my problems without going into spoiler territory because all my problems were in the spoiler territory part of the game. So I will be going into the territory of spoilers, but not until the end of the video. So I'm just going to show you the tutorial in the background because all the places the game takes you, you need to experience for yourself. In fact, the places and the cities and the things it'll take you to, the atmosphere of this game is spot on. It is a dystopian cyberpunk world where you could tell something awful happened here. The city's kind of run down and have like the streets you could run around in as a cat, and then you could jump on the pipes and the boxes to get up on the roofs and other areas you need to go to. I will say I do think it's more linear than the trailer led on. It's not quite open world, it's just little segmented parts of the cities that you get to explore, but it's not like wide open, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I just want to let you know that sometimes it does feel a bit linear, but it works out just fine. That's not a complaint. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to take a second to talk about the cat itself because the cat is my favorite part about this game, which I feel like that was the goal of the developers. But this cat, he doesn't have a name, he doesn't talk English. This cat has no human attributes. It's just a cat. And I really enjoy that. And you see this world, you see this story unfold through the cat's eyes. And he'll do cat things, like he'll claw on a tree, and so there's a part where the robot puts a backpack on the cat, and the cat just falls over. I don't know if you've ever tried to put a leash or something onto a cat, how they just like do the fall over thing because they're like, get this thing off me or else I'm never moving again. The cat is animated so well. He moves fluid. Sometimes he'll clip through things when you jump up. As he jumps, he does that little chirp that cats do when they jump or fall down. This is a cat. This is a very accurate cat. As a guy who owns a cat, I could say this cat is very accurate. And it was a part of the charm of the game, is just how accurate this cat is to a cat. The game was insanely short, so this review will be insanely short. The length of the game wasn't a problem for me. While I did have some problems with how it ended and how it wrapped up, I feel like just having a small contained story is okay. It doesn't have bloat, it just tells its story and get out. And I feel like a lot of games could learn that lesson. And this is the part where I'm going to go into spoilers. So if you haven't played the game yet, just go ahead and like the video and come back later. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. So if you haven't clicked off, here's your last chance. One of the mechanics down in the city is like an alien mutation thing called the Zergs. They really reminded me of the Flood from Halo. Basically, they're this nasty thing that eat metal. And there are some action sequences where you're running as the cat. And I'm like, my heart is racing because I don't want to see this cat get eaten by the aliens. And I'm like, this cat deserves better than me as a player. And I always felt so bad watching that game over screen. But I bring up this flood-like species because they're relevant in the second act, and then they just kind of disappear. It's never explained where they came from, where they gone, what started them. They're just there, and then they're out of relevance in the story. Now, one defense I will give this is because I feel like you're seeing this world through a cat. A cat doesn't care where something came from. A cat doesn't care about that. A cat just knows this thing is dangerous and I want to get away from it. Right? A cat doesn't care about the deep lore of the universe. A cat just wants to lay down on a pile of clothes. So maybe that's a defense of it, but I would have liked to know where this mutation came from and what started it. In 5 seconds, I'm about to give the biggest spoiler of the game. And I know I already dropped a spoiler warning, but this is the biggest spoiler. I am so glad the cat doesn't die at the end of this game. I was so afraid they were gonna build up this cat, get me attached to this cat, just for this cat to sacrifice itself, Turner and Hooch style. No. The cat escapes, and I was so happy for the cat. I was so afraid the devs were gonna do something to that cat. I'm like, I don't think I want to finish this game. If they hurt that cat, I'm not gonna recover. So the cat makes it through the game okay. I do wish the cat reunited with its family. That would have been the perfect happy ending. The only thing that truly bugged me about the game was the lack of the finale. It builds up really well into trying to escape the city, and then you get at the very end of the game and the finale is just clawing some wires and hacking some computers. Granted, I don't know what you would have done as a cat. I don't know if you would have fought off some big alien guardian thing or escaped the city as it was falling apart. I don't know what would have done, but there is no finale to it. I feel like the finale was trying to escape the jail part in like the third act, and then the fourth act is just winding it all down. But other than that, I love this game. This game was a great experience. This game is something you need to play with like a buddy, where you just experience the story and you try to guess the lore and what happened to the city and why are the robots the way they are, and if there are humans outside or if it's completely done. But yeah, that was my review of Stray, my spoiler talk of Stray. And I'll be back to Ashes Friday. But, you know, while the algorithm's all messed up, might as well talk about some fun stuff, huh? And with that being said, thank you for watching. And that's all I had. Artifact out. Just subscribe. Just subscribe. Just subscribe to Human Artifact. Just subscribe. Just subscribe. Just subscribe to Human Artifact. Rikki Tikki Tiki.